Hey guys, welcome back to Animal Fact Cafe. I'm Kyla. I actually put on makeup today. Not a lot though. I did not put on mascara because that shit's hard to get off and I don't feel like dealing with that for 3 days. My hair has been up all day, but I took it out. I'm kind of feeling it, Mr. Krabs. I'm back. I like how there's something peeking out of here. That's really annoying. Wow, I'm not going to open this closet because if I do, my cat will go in there. And I don't want to deal with that. Oh my god, so he loves to steal my roommate's cat's toys, and I was sitting at the table eating my waffles, and I see a little gray thing run by, and he has her little toy avocado in his mouth, and he just looks over at me and just keeps running, and he's bad. But today, I was just going to talk about some vet med icks that I have. So if you don't know, I work in vet med. People are really fucking annoying. So many people know nothing about animals, and it's terrifying that these people have children. Just gonna say that. I have a list of icks, but I also have some in my brain. So the first one I can think of is people who don't use flea and tick prevention and heartworm prevention. My favorite thing is I live in a gated community, so why would we have fleas and ticks? Number two, my dog doesn't go outside, and I always kind of look at the dog and them, and in my head I'm like, then how did you get here? Because I'm sure you had to carry your dog. Even if they didn't touch the ground, you had to carry them out. Also, you go outside, and you know you can bring in things to your animals, so that's really annoying. Or another favorite of mine is it's winter, and we don't get those in the winter. The ticks have been worse this winter. I swear every other dog I've diagnosed with Lyme disease, anaplasmosis. And I could never say the other one. Ehrlichia? I don't know. I'll put them on the screen if I'm feeling ambitious. But they are tick-borne diseases. Everybody knows Lyme disease is very similar to like with humans. So, this winter, I swear, we had more ticks than in the fucking summertime. So it's crazy. Another one of my favorite is I put apple cider vinegar in my dog's food for flea and ticks. That bullshit. And yeah, that's just super fun trying to explain this to people. My favorite thing was I had this dog, and I was like, the doctor was like, hey, are you on flea and tick prevention? And they were like, no, like we give it to her sometimes, like we don't really remember, I don't feel the need to give it to her, blah, blah, blah. So I do a heartworm test, which scans for these tick-borne diseases, and we were talking about Lyme disease, and they were like, yeah, I don't think, she would have that, and they leave, and I go to check the heartworm test, and she has Lyme disease. So I called them, and I was like, so she indeed does have Lyme disease after you just sat there and denied that she has none of the sort. So that was a very quick karma moment. That was kind of funny. Not for the dog, obviously, but people are just fucking stupid. Another one is doodles, and I know I'm going to get hate for this. Now, I'm not going to say there is not a doodle. It's such a stupid fucking name for a dog breed, first of all. Second of all, it's not a dog breed, it's a mutt. Third of all, what was I even saying? Oh, I've met some really sweet doodles. Like, we have some really sweet ones that come in. I'm just sick of fucking seeing them. They're getting overbred to the point that they're breeding these issues. They have the worst ear issues, skin issues, allergies, GI bullshit that I've ever seen. Like, they are just a mess. And people that have one that doesn't have skin issues or chronic ear infections, how? Because yeah, and then people are like breeding these mutts, okay, and selling them for like a down payment on a car for a mutt. And they're ending up more in shelters, actually, and I talk about this a lot and people don't believe me, but because they've been inbred so much, a lot of them are turning aggressive from not being bred correctly, genetics, all of that thing. I'm not a science teacher. All of those things. I can't talk. But it's just not ending well. They're also really annoying. Like, they're not well behaved. They're really dumb. Poodles are really smart. Depending on what they mix it with. I don't know. Like, especially the golden doodle. They're smart, but they're special sometimes. But I don't know what happened in that mix and why they're not. There's just not a lot going on up there. I just picture them having elevator music constantly playing. People that don't vaccinate their cats against rabies, even though they're indoors. Now, what if your cat gets out? You can't say you've like accidentally left the door open or something. Your cat's like, "Ooh, I want to go explore," and then there's a fox in your yard or something, and it gets bit. People don't think of things like that. Now, I understand if you can't afford to or something like that, and your cat's indoors, whatever. But most states it is a legality thing. It's literally illegal to not have rabies, but like vaccine. Anyway, just vaccinate your cats and dogs, okay? People who put collars on their dogs that might as well be those necklaces we used to wear in like the 2010s that would like go down to your belly button and then you wear like a flowy shirt. Oh my god, those are the vibes. That, if it's giving that, why is it even on them? They're gonna hang themselves. It's dangerous for them because if they run around and get caught on something, they're gonna fucking get hurt themselves. If you're having them on the leash, they're gonna slip out. We had a dog the other day that their collar wasn't on, like it was loose, and the dog slipped out in the parking lot and almost got run over by a car. So like, and also it's like the two extremes. Either it's not tight enough, or people have them so fucking tight that the dog can't breathe, and it's sad. There's always a rule: 2 fingers. If you can fit 2 of your fingers underneath comfortably, then that's fine. But yeah, there's so many dogs that come in and the collar's like up to here and we're like, hey, you should probably loosen that. And they're like, they're fine. Like, I'm sorry. My other favorite thing is, but he doesn't like it. So we have so many times where these dogs have these chronic issues that need a medication and the dog doesn't want to take the meds, or the cat doesn't want to take the meds, or the cat or dog has to wear a cone so they stop licking something so it'll stop getting fucking infected so they can stop fucking coming in, and they come in for like a recheck appointment and we're like, and it looks worse and we're like, oh, do you have the cone on him? Well, he doesn't like it. You know what? I don't like having to wake up at the crack ass of dawn and go to work. I love my job, but I do it because I love my job and I need money. But I don't want to fucking have to retake this stupid biology class. I don't want to pay bills anymore. But you have to do shit sometime. But you're helping them. You're not torturing them. It's worse off for the animal to go untreated for so long, especially with something really bad, than you having to shove a pill down their throat. And even though it's not something you want to do, and your pet might hate you for like a little bit, that's just what you have to do. I don't know. And then people are like, why aren't they getting better? I don't know what to tell you. I had this lady the other day who, it was like they were weird. This dog had like really bad GI issues, vomiting, diarrhea everywhere, gross, very lethargic, dehydrated. Anyway, we were putting on her a bunch of different meds, and I was like, okay, so you give 1 pill twice a day. And I'm like going over the rest of the meds, and she goes, hold on. Do I have to give it twice a day? And I just looked at her, and I'm like, I wanted to say, you don't have to, but why would I even waste my breath telling you to do something if it wasn't recommended? Just like I had this fight with the heartworm test with somebody. Like, they were like, well, what do you think? And I'm like, I think that I've been explaining to you the importance of a heartworm test for the past 10 minutes. And I think that if I didn't give a shit and I didn't think this is something you should do, that I would not have talked to you about it for 10 minutes. But I just could not believe when she said, well, do I have to give it twice a day? I'm not forcing you to do anything. But if you would like your dog to get better, then yes, ma'am, you should probably give it twice a day. Just a guess. I don't know. Like, we had a dog yesterday that was having, like, TMI, trigger warning, bloody diarrhea, vomiting, not eating, yeah. And so we're bringing the dog back for x-rays and blood work and yada, yada, yada. And the person who took the appointment was like, I need x-rays, blood work, and a nail trim. And I was just like, because that's the important part. They will notice if you did not do a nail trim, or if you didn't miss a nail or something. We literally had somebody come back the next day because we missed one fucking nail on their dog. And we were like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. But it's like, the dog will be in distress already. And they're like, can I have a nail trim? Or the dog's like flat out on the ground. Can I have a nail trim? On their deathbed, can I have a nail trim? Like, yes, nail trims are important. Having really long nails, especially for dogs, can hurt their feet. It can fuck up their leg. It just hard for them to walk, leading to injuries. Cats, cats take care of themselves, but it's nice to not have your furniture scratched up, and nice for them to not scratch you. I'm playing with my cat spring, and he's staring at me. But like when your dog is that sick, I think it's like kind of mean to be like, yeah, give them a nail trim, and then it makes us feel guilty because we're like holding down an animal to give them this nail trim, and they already feel like shit. That's like if you go to that doctor and you're vomiting and you're nauseous and somebody holds you down and it's like, let me clip your nails. Like, you'd be like, I don't know. I just think it's annoying. I'm tired of talking. I've talked for almost 12 minutes and I'm proud of myself. I'm getting better on these longer episodes, but I feel like these are good episodes with people that are neurodivergent and have a shorter attention span. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Animal Fat Cafe. Again, I have a TikTok. I may have an Instagram at some point. My cat has an Instagram though. And yeah, I'm gonna go take this makeup off because I don't want it on my face anymore. Goodbye.